This is the Dallas Communications Complex off Arroyo Lane in Irving, Texas. Hello, I'm John Tanner, and from time to time I'm going to be coming over here and doing stories about the complex. Now, a lot of you maybe have seen the complex before in a newspaper article or on a news program, or you've driven by it. And you think, well, it's just a soundstage over here where they make movies and television commercials. Well, there's a lot more involved over here than that. There's a lot of people that have their offices here that are connected with the entertainment business in one way or another. And down these hallways, you have offices for talent agencies, for production companies, for movies, for television commercials, for TV specials, for record companies. You have advertisers, you have hair salons, we even have a limousine service here. And you know, when I think of entertainment, I always think of actors and actresses. Well, they have acting in common, yes, but one time or another, they've all had to take acting classes. And that's what our story is about today.
Okay, thank you. Bye. Hi, welcome to the Film Actors Lab. Are you here to see Adam? Okay, I'll get him.
Okay, I'll take it whatever you want. Okay, fine.
And a little bit of Adam Roarke, a New York-born actor, began his 25-year career as a contract player for Universal Studios in Hollywood. He obtained his first film role in 13 West Street, a 1962 feature film. During the course of his film career, he has played opposite Peter O'Toole, Jack Nicholson, Jose Ferrer, Peter Fonda, John Wayne, and Robert Mitchum, and has worked under the direction of Howard Hawks, Josh Logan, Richard Rush, and Frank Perry.
I was born and raised in Brooklyn, New York. I left there when I was 19. Actually, what happened is I had studied acting in New York, and a scout from Universal in 1958 saw me in a play, and I had a small role, and she flew me out to test for a screen test at Universal.
In Los Angeles.
Yeah, which I did, and I got it. You know, I went under contract to them for 4 years.
So you've been acting since 1958?
1958, but actually, it was the beginning of '59 that I started getting paid for it. That's what you know, when you get down to that. I actually started acting, studying acting in about '55. One of the things that is very important that I make clear to you is I was 19 years old when this lady saw me in this play, and it was a very small role. I mean, luck is a major part, destiny, whatever you want to call it, it's there. Something happens in the film business that's very unique. This lady, when she flew me to California and they signed me to a contract, at 19 years old, my head was spinning. I was under contract to a major studio, the last of the contract period, 4 years at a studio where my face, my picture was hanging next to Rock Hudson and next to James Stewart in the commissary, where I could walk into the commissary and I could walk to Universal Studios and have the guard at the gate, Scotty, go, "How you doing, Adam? You off today?" And I'd say, "Yeah." Well, go ahead in, have lunch. And I'd sign for it. That was my home base. I was 19 years old.
In the late 1960s, Adam did a number of very successful biker films directed by Richard Rush and produced by Dick Clark and co-starring Jack Nicholson. He's also played in Play It As It Lays, Dirty Mary, Crazy Larry, and The Stuntman.
Roll camera.
In 1982, when Adam decided to start teaching, he realized there were no schools in the Dallas area that taught film acting classes using on-set conditions.
I was very surprised to find out that the majority of colleges at that time in '82 didn't have a film department in terms of film acting and things like that, like SC and UCLA in Los Angeles, because they are so theater-oriented here and such marvelous talent in Dallas and Fort Worth area and all around here, that I said to Lou that I would stay for 6 weeks, 8 weeks, and work with the actors locally, just to teach them what to do in front of a camera. There's an awful lot to learn. We have film classes for beginners, depending upon what their background is of experience. I've had actors come to me that have done 200 plays. They're wonderful theater actors. And I say, fine, you don't have to start as a beginner, not with your background. And I'll put them in front of the camera and they'll say, "I'm ready to work." And I'll say, "Okay, quiet, put the slate up and do this." And the moment the slate, this is the moment of truth. The slate will come down and I'll see this. And I'll say, "Hold it, wait a second. Okay, we better go back a few notches and start with, let me introduce you to the camera. Because that particular camera always has a way to get behind your eyeballs and into your soul. If you're lying, you're dying. That, you could fool the people live that are watching you, but that camera you can't fool. And an audience looking at you on film knows if they like you or not. Sherry, don't forget, walk out right here. Okay? Roll camera.
Rolling. Speed.
Margaret.
Marker.
And action.
I'm not any type either.
The style I teach here is your style. Whatever you are, I make it work for the camera. I don't try to have you be something that I think you should be. I take what you have and make it work for you. I don't ask you to believe me, okay? The way I shoot, I play it back at the end of the evening. And I'll shoot it my way, and I'll shoot it your way. And your eyes are not going to deceive you. We'll look at it and we'll discuss it afterwards, and we'll see, what it is. But there are a lot of technical things involved in film acting, as opposed to the theater. When you're in this tight on somebody, and a hair can look like they're in so tight, a hair will look like a pine tree.
Well, it's all in the face, isn't it?
Yeah, absolutely. And there are a lot of things that actors from the theater find very uncomfortable. Playing a scene and having a boom this close to you and having the hit marks, and, it's very technical, and it's intimate. See how we're talking right now?
It's very closeness.
Yeah, it's a nice feeling. What it is we want to help the actors. I'm not an agent. I'm not here, no commissions. They go through their agents. I don't muddy waters that way. I don't get in the way of anybody that way. I tell them, whatever jobs you get, report it to your agent. They come to me with pictures to look at. I say, have your agents look at them. That's their job. My job is one thing. I'll get you prepared to make a living in the film business, to give you all longevity. You give me 100% attention, you give me 100% work, and I will give you back 110. You make me happy, I'll make you happy, and I'll work all night long with you.